Man, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, man. What a long time it has been since I made a video, man. Had to kind of force myself out here to get it going, but that's neither here nor there. Go ahead, drop a like for your boy. Subscribe if you have not already. You know, 2024, gonna try to get back with this Mopar content and everything like that. Not that great of a day. Got a little rainy day and everything like that, but you know, we back in the Charger. We back in the Daytona. You know, just gonna make some content. About to go get some Wawa coffee and stuff like that, man. Y'all know how it is. New Year, same shit. So yeah, man, stay tuned and let's hop right into it. All right, man, y'all see it. We back on the camera, man. It kind of feels, you know, feels weird. Haven't done it in a while. A while meaning like 2 or 3 months, but I mean, it feels like it feels like a century, man. It really does. So I mean, y'all see the topic of the channel, man. Y'all kind of see what we're gonna be talking about today. Interesting, man. Prices on cars, volume of cars out there, you know, units being sold, stuff like that, man. I'm kind of sitting back and, you know, just I wanted to make a video about this because we're just seeing it in real time, and it's kind of what I at least had anticipated happening in the car market, especially with, you know, with strong regards to the Mopar, the Dodge Challengers, Chargers, the Durangos, if you will. Sure, we can kind of include those in. These vehicles, in my opinion, are just kind of sitting on lots brand new. And I know if you guys are out there watching other Mopar related YouTubers and stuff like that, content creators, you're seeing them say the same thing. These vehicles are sitting on lots. If you guys have been following for a little bit, I mean, you guys know I do work at a dealership, a Dodge dealership, you know, more or less. And we have Mopars, we have Hellcats, we have Scat Packs, we have TA Challenger wide bodies, a couple Daytonas, a couple regular wide body Chargers, jailbreak. I think we actually have one jailbreak red eye left, another slim body Hellcat. My point is, we have Mopar, man. We have the horsepower at the dealership, and they just don't really seem to be flowing like we had, or I had at least anticipated they would. Vehicles are sitting on lots 60 days, 90 days. We might even have a few of those Mopars, you know, coming 120 days, and the discounts aren't crazy, but they are being discounted. So if you're in the market, you know, now might be a time to you know, to grab, in spite of the feds, you know, jacking up these, you know, interest rates. I mean, that they're just absolutely crazy, man. If you're not getting help from the dealership or the manufacturer, like the, you know, the subvented rates and the special financing, you're in the 7 and 8s, which is crazy. But yeah, just kind of wanted to, you know, still going to grab some coffee and stuff. Just wanted to kind of, you know, talk about that, maybe give my opinion on it. I think people are just saving their money, keeping their money in the bank, and then and just waiting for these prices to drop. Because ultimately, if enough people do that, then, I mean, what are we really talking about? Then the dealerships are going to have to start making moves. They're going to have to start incentivizing vehicles. Golly, man, I'll tell you, man, this heated seat works a little bit too well. We can go ahead and turn that heated steering wheel off, too. That ish works a little too well. You know what I'm saying? Works a little way too well. A little too good, you know? You know what I mean? But, yeah, the dealerships are going to have to do something because, you know, it's hard. These prices are insane. I was just having a conversation the other day. We have a brand new 2023 pitch black. I forget the actual color, the code of the actual black that, you know, that, what is it called, that Dodge has. You know, they have all these crazy colors: Sublime, Frostbite, Tour Red, Destroyer, Smoke Show, F8 green, B8 blue, B5 blue, whatever it is, man. I forget what they call the black. We're just gonna call it black for now. But it's a Daytona slim body, so that might be one of the reasons why that has not really had too much, you know, too many inquiries, or really hasn't gained any traction or anything like that. Just a beautiful day out here, let me tell you guys, man. Absolutely beautiful day. All things considered, it is 38 degrees, which is much better than 10, 11, 12. So, you know, you dig, I'll take it. But this brand new, you know, Daytona Charger in all black, it is a slim body, of course. You know, they didn't bless the Daytonas with the wide bodies, unless it was those couple years for the Hellcats. I wish they did. You know, that would have been cool. The MSRP on that vehicle is almost $59,000. And this is a 21 Daytona, and my window sticker was $47,000. So it's kind of crazy right now where we're at in regards to prices, manufacturer prices, model year increases, and everything like that. It's kind of getting a little silly, if you ask me. There's no reason why 2 years later the vehicle should go up almost $12,000. It's the same car. The Dodges have had the same car since 2015. So, you know, without further ado, man, let me hop out here, get this Wawa real quick, and then we'll get right back into it. Peace. Secure the bag. Let's keep going. Alrighty, y'all, welcome back. Before we you know, we hop back into the video and I hop back in this warm car and, you know, get my rest of, you know, get the rest of my insight and my opinion. Just want to do a walk around of the car for anybody who's watching for the first time. Figure most of the people have already seen this car before, but you know, just to get a nice little walk around of the vehicle. This is my 2021 Daytona Charger. Of course, this is the Scat Pack, the 6.4, the 392. Just want to do a little walk around. All this geese poop. Y'all see I had to, you know, maneuver through it and everything. Yeah, man, just want to give y'all a little quick walk around of the vehicle. She looks so good, man, in days like this, man. It's like, I tell you, when the sun hits this car, man, it looks good. When the sun's out, it still looks good. All this snow and shit still on the ground. Crazy. But yeah, y'all, just want to give y'all a quick walk around of the vehicle before hopping back into the topic of discussion for today. So the biggest question at hand is, why are these cars sitting? If this is the last call, quote unquote, the last call, the dying age, or the last days, I should say, for the Hemi, why are these vehicles not being grabbed up as soon as possible? We just had a Demon 170 leave our lot. Not going to get into prices of that vehicle. MSRP was about $135. Let's just say it sold for a bit more, a good amount more than that. Why are these Scat Packs and these other Hellcats, why are they not selling? Why are they sitting on lots for so long? Do people know something that I don't know? Is there something out there that's saying that this really isn't the last call? Are they going to still have the Hemi in the 2024 Charger? Like, these are the questions I have to ask, and I have to ask myself and, of course, the other people, you know, because I think the fact of the matter is nobody really knows. The biggest thing, the biggest deterrent that I think is scaring people away is the interest rates and the price of the vehicles. Hellcats are not cheap. Scat Packs, 392s, Daytonas, TAs, Shakers, they're not cheap. Especially if you're looking at, you know, a Swinger Edition. You know, these are $65,000 Scat Packs. $65,000 gets you into M340, M240, Toyota Supra. So, of course, you have the B58s. You could go look at an S4, S5, or maybe even an RS3. So, you got the 6-cylinder turbo. You got the 5-cylinder turbo. Shoot, you could even look at maybe a slightly older 1920 RS5. Again, faster vehicles than these, but they're not V8s. So I'm a big advocate of, you know, it doesn't matter how fast your car is. It's the driving experience, the sounds that the car makes. So it's the V8 for me. It's been the V8 for me for a long time, but that's not the throw shade, because I love the RS3. I love the RS5. C43s, even getting back and getting in, you know, older C63s, older Z06, the C6 Corvette. There's so many cars out there that you could get with $60,000 to $65,000, and it's not just 65. Well, that's 65, and then tax, and then tags, and then dock fee, and any warranties that the dealership may sucker you in. Remember, that's your choice, man. Don't purchase anything that you know that you feel you don't need. It's not necessary, so don't let them force your hand. Ironic coming from someone who works at a dealership, but you know, just do what's best for you. Don't, you know, make it your own opinion. Don't have somebody else make that decision for you. There's a lot of cars out here, y'all, that are faster than these Chargers, handle better, I wouldn't even say easier to drive. I mean, these are boats, but man, these puppies, man, these suckers, this bad girl, man, she floats, man. On the highway, she absolutely floats. But I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. These prices are, you know, when these prices were $47,000, well, now you're talking about a Scat Pack versus an entry-level 330 BMW, an entry-level C300. Now you guys notice I'm continuing to talk about the Germans, the Mercedes, Audi, BMW, because let's be honest, man, when people are looking for sports cars, if you're not looking at the Charger, Challenger, Camaro, the Mustang, then you're kind of looking into that German sector. Even the Mustangs now, man, convertible premium 5.0, you're $60,000. We have Mustangs sitting on our lot as well. We even had our Dark Horse sit for a little bit. It did sell, but it was sitting for a little bit. Why? These prices are just too much. When the prices increase, I think it gives people the too much opportunity to play and kind of cross compare different vehicles. And, you know, when they're talking about the same price, they're looking at quality. They're looking at miles per gallon. They're looking at efficiency, maintenance, all that good stuff. And I know, of course, the Germans are going to be on the more expensive side. And, you know, the Mopars and the Mustangs, they're, you know, American. So it would be, in theory, a little bit cheaper and stuff like that. But y'all let me know. My biggest opinion, the interest rates and the prices of these vehicles. It's the consumer versus the dealership. I think it always has been that. I think back in the day, the dealership sort of had the consumers in sort of a headlock, especially when we were dealing with the last couple years with chip issues, the inventory not being there, volume not being there. The dealerships, again, had the customers in a headlock. We had the vehicles, the prices were firm, the opportunity to cross compare or, you know, to bid back and forth, to negotiate wasn't really there because the inventory wasn't there. Now the inventory is kind of starting to get back to where it was, and people are just holding out. Why, you know, if you know a vehicle is going to be discounted $5,000-$6,000 in 6 months to a year, why would you necessarily, you know, jump to buy something right now? One sec, y'all. It's just crazy to me that the dealerships aren't sending out, you know, certain incentives. Maybe they're really just trying to, you know, keep their guard up and really trying to pressure consumers into buying these vehicles, but it doesn't seem to be working. Again, we have brand new 300s, the new 300C with the 6.4 sitting on our lot. You would think these vehicles would be gone within the first couple weeks. What is it about it? Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all probably gonna be like, well, no, look, it's the peak of winter. You know, nobody wants to buy a rear-wheel drive car in the winter. People do, though. You know, if you're gonna take an opportunity and, you know, seize the day because these are the last calls, these are the last vehicles out there, why would that matter? You know, I mean, we've had 2 snowfalls, I think, so far this winter, and the temperature's still starting to hike back up, or already starting to hike back up. I think we're looking at 60s this week. Absolutely insane. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I think we're kind of getting out of maybe the colder weather. So, I mean, that shouldn't be a reason why people are not buying. So what is it, y'all? For real, like, what's stopping people? I think that the buying power has kind of shifted back to the customer, the consumer. In a sense where they're just walking out. They're looking at rates, they're looking at the prices of these vehicles, man, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, you have a 36 or 35, why did I go 36? $35,000 to $40,000 vehicle with these interest rates over 60, 72 costing you $700 plus a month. That is crazy. And we're not even talking sports cars that are double the price. So I think we can see why, you know, why it's like that. You know, I remember when I was getting my vehicle, or a couple months before I got my Charger back in 2021, they were offering, for example, if you had the Hellcat, which is 700 horsepower, you got like a $7,000 rebate right off the top. If you had the Scat Pack, which is $485, you had a $4,800 discount or rebate right off the top. Same with the 5.7. So what's going on here? Are dealerships, like, you know, just counting their days in a sense where, you know, they're just waiting for stuff to change? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's an awful lot, and it's an awful lot of rambling that I'm doing. The truth of the matter is nobody really knows what's going on, you know, on these board meetings and stuff like that. But, you know, you watch videos of, you know, content creators, Mopar creators out in California where they're walking on lots, 20 scat packs, slim bodies, wide bodies, special editions, last calls, and none of them are moving. They're marked up, they're not moving. Let me just say that ours have discounts and they're not moving. So y'all tell me what it is, man. Is the phase, is the Mopar hype, is that dying down? Is that over? You know, because I think these vehicles got a lot of hype during COVID when the prices were kind of more affordable and cheaper. The takeovers were a little bit more big and prominent, all the slide stars and stuff like that. Is the hype dying down, man? Y'all let me know, because it's something. You would think, you know, to be the last V8s on the lots and to not have your fair share of picking and choosing out there, that people would be more likely and more inclined to, you know, come purchase. But another thing I want to talk about, which I'll make it, you know, make this, you know, make it for another video, is the cost of living, man. Gas, food, shelter. I mean, shit is no joke out here, man. It is expensive. So why are people going to be itching and hop into a $750 to $1,000 car payment when they have a, you know, $1,500 to $2,000 rent payment, and they have to pay car insurance, and they have to feed themselves and feed their other, you know, their significant others? Like, it's crazy. It's brutal out here, man. So I think it's a lot of factors that are really shifting people's hands, and it's a shame, because it's nice that if somebody really wants this car, they have the ability to go out and do so, assuming they, you know, by all means, and they, you know, they have the right, you know, not necessarily income, but they have enough savings, money to put down to get the payment where they want to be, you know, and they're well off, and not just like, you know, putting themselves into, you know, financial strain because they want the car, you know, to show off or something like that. But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate y'all sticking around. This was a long video. I just had to come out here, man. I had to do something. It's not a beautiful day, man. Y'all see, it's shitty out here today, but what are you gonna do? Just wanted to make this video. Might get 50 views, might get 5 million. Doubt it's gonna get 5 million. Probably gonna get like 55, 60 views. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to get back into a habit, motivation, more so discipline. You know, I mentioned this in videos. It's not motivation that gets people out here, it's discipline. And if you don't have the discipline, you're not going to get certain stuff done. Motivation doesn't make people do stuff. You can be motivated and sit your ass at home. Guilty plenty of times. So it's a discipline thing, y'all. So without further ado, start up the beast, man. Start up my baby, Destiny. You know, that's what I call her. You know, if y'all know, you know, you understand why I call her that. Without further ado, man, thank y'all so much for watching. Please throw a like for your boy. It means everything. It really, really does. Throw a comment. Subscribe if you have not. And without further ado, man, let's get back to the Mopar content, man, giving y'all what y'all want. If you have any, you know, conversations or anything you want me to kind of cover, again, I'm not the most, you know, informative person on this stuff. You know, I don't really do research like other content creators do. I just kind of come out here and give my sort of, you know, my opinions and stuff that I see word of mouth, being inside the dealership, watching other YouTube creators and stuff like that, other Mopar folks. So, you know, that's really it, man. I'm not out here spewing all this crazy information like other creators are doing. I'm kind of just, as like your everyday normal person, like what I'm kind of seeing and what I personally think is affecting it, because you might think you have the right answer, but do we really know? Thank y'all so much for watching, man. A little rambly-dambly there, a little, you know, fumbling over my words. But, you know, 392 reviews checking in, checking out. Peace.